Well, hello there, Leslie Sansone Williams here. How are you? I wanted to talk today and ask the question, how may you take responsibility for your paralegal career? If you didn't watch the previous video, please do that. That will help mesh with this video as well. Number one, be accountable for where you currently are in your career, good or bad. Be accountable to whom? Yourself. So, using the notebook to write down where you stand. If you're currently in your first job, or maybe your second job, or you're just looking at landing your first job, you have to be accountable for where you are right now in that scenario, in your progress. So write all that down. What are your skills? What value are you bringing to the legal workplace? What value are you bringing? What do you know how to do? What skills do you possess? Software, legal knowledge. How will you help the attorney? Okay? Number two, this goes back to number one. Make deposits continually into that bank of knowledge, of talent, of skills, whether it be new software to learn, new legal knowledge to gain. Have you looked up on Google particular areas of law that paralegals work in, and what do they do? What are their everyday duties? Have you done that yet? Or are you waiting to land the first job and waiting to be spoon-fed? Paralegals are never spoon-fed. We are the driving force behind finding answers in the workplace. So make that shift from being the birdie in the nest, being fed, to one who is going after it. Okay? Get that knowledge. How are you doing in all the areas of your life? Because it is a balance that you're trying to affect. How is your physical being? How's your spiritual being? All of that has to be in balance as much as possible to make everything work. Your personal development, relationship areas of your life. What is it that needs all of it? Maybe one of those areas needs a little more attention and is not getting enough attention. So when it comes to this career, you have to give it some attention before you start sending your resume and cover letter out. And I'm not talking about a degree or 2 or 3 or a certificate. I'm talking about being able to articulate what you know how to do, because you're going to need to speak during the interview. You're going to need to ask questions and not just sit there. Number 3, go after work that fuels your passions and utilizes your talents, your skills, everything that you have to offer right now. Go after the job that will feed that. Not one that is boring, not one where you're not working as a team. Watch the previous video, okay? Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, consider your financial requirements. Now, starting out in the first job, we don't usually make a lot of money. But boy, as you're going along and you're writing down what you're learning and everything, boy, you can hear that cha-ching, cha-ching, because all of those newfound skills, the new talent, the new legal knowledge you're acquiring, the practical duties, paralegal duties that you know how to perform, will all add up to a higher paycheck. Doesn't matter what anybody else says about that. I know that to be true. Next, temporary loss or failure does not mean the end of the road. If that first job turns out to be not so great, go on to the next one, but be smarter as to how you handle the interview process. That's how you should start out, being able to ask questions and sell your skills and your talents to the interviewer and be able to explain that. Not that you are the greatest gift known to man, but that you will be able to help them and serve them in your career. So if you find that that first job set you back, or that you can't even get a foot in the door, then something has to change in what you're doing. No, they don't all want experience. Attorneys will hire people without bona fide law firm or legal department or government agency or courthouse experience. They will. But that doesn't mean you don't put some effort in to learn some new things so that you can talk about it in the interview. Okay? So what's your plan of action? What do you know how to do? And is that your responsibility, or is it their responsibility to train you? There's very little training that goes on in the law firm or in a corporate legal department. They expect you to come in to know how to do some things. Okay? Very little training. So don't count on that. Don't rely on that. Take responsibility for your career, the career that you're building. Don't look at it as a 9-to-5 job and they have some training module on a TV set they're going to sit you in front of and run a video. They don't do that. They do that in fast food, and I worked in fast food. I know that. But they don't do that in the legal field. So don't count on that. Don't make that assumption. We don't assume in the legal field. What I want you to do is look at the facts as to how it is. What do paralegals do in the area of law for the job you're looking at? What do they do? Google it. Use Google as your BFF. I know this is tough love today, but I want you to get that notebook, and I want you to use up notebook after notebook, tracking every single thing you know how to do in order to help the attorney and to help your coworkers as well. Don't come in knowing very little or thinking you know what you're doing when you don't. That's a problem as well. And find out what paralegals do every day. What are their duties in the area of law that you're looking at? Okay, search for that on Google. And questions, comments, please ask below on the Paralegal Coffee Talk page on Facebook and on the Paralegal Career Mastermind channel on YouTube. Hundreds of videos on that channel. And look in the description box for the links to classes, the Paralegal Resources Hub, a pamphlet that I recommend highly on Amazon, my book Legal Break-In. So on Facebook, scroll down through the feed. On YouTube, look in the description box. And please, on YouTube and on Facebook, just like the video. It helps other people see it. And on YouTube, like and subscribe, because other people who are searching for paralegal information will find it more easily if you do that. And that's what I want, okay? Sometimes when you search for information on YouTube, you get a lot of ads and that type of thing. But when you like and subscribe, that breaks through all that. So have a great day. Questions, comments, post below, and I will talk to you in the next video. I love hearing from you. So if it's just to say hi, please do that. See you in the next video. Bye.